There are two main types of mindsets. You have the fixed mindset, and we also have the growth mindset. So I want us to think about this. We have two types of mindsets, right? It's the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Somebody put it in the chat again. Put it in the chat. What are the two types of mindsets? The reason why we have you reinforce, remember, this is a place to practice. The reason why we have you reinforce the the messages is because you can learn it faster this way. The more times you see it, the more times you hear it. So you hear it one way from me, then you type it another way, and then you see it again because you look at what you typed, right? So there's just tips on how to learn faster. So fixed mindset and growth mindset. And I want you to identify exactly which mindset you have. I know most of us are going to say, well, you know what? I have the growth mindset. But let's see. Let's take a deeper dive, right? Now, there are two types of mindsets, and it's the fixed and growth. Those with the fixed mindsets believe that their lives and everything in them are unchangeable. Basically, that they're just there for the ride and they will react as needed. So, in some cases, the fixed mindset is showing up in a different way, right? They won't take risks for the fear of failure, and they may shy away from challenges. See, at first, how many of you thought, yeah, I don't have the fixed mindset, I got the growth mindset? But as we continue to read, you probably have a fixed mindset somewhere where they won't take risks for the fear of failure and they shy away from challenges. Let me know in the chat. Now I think I got you. Now I think some of you saying, "Oh well, actually I do have a fixed mindset." Who thought that? Who's thought now is, "Oh wait, actually I do have a fixed mindset" after reading that last part. Okay. Be honest about where you're at so you can get to where you want to be. Because I know all of us think we have the growth mindset. I know that. But somewhere, somehow, all of us also have a fixed mindset in certain categories. Okay. Just because you have a fixed mindset in certain categories doesn't mean you have a fixed mindset in all categories. But as we continue to read, it says, on the other hand, people with a growth mindset understand that nothing is static. Instead, they will grow and change over time. They are more open to exploring opportunities and putting themselves out there in an effort to improve the quality of their lives. So, if you truly want to improve the quality of your life, you have to be open to improvement. See, some of you said I got the growth mindset, and you wanted to neglect the fact that you had the fixed mindset. Put a one in the chat if that was you. If now you're noticing, wait a minute, I do have both. But at first you was just, nah, I got a growth. I got the growth. Yeah, I do the growth. But now you realize you actually do have a fixed mindset somewhere. So all of us do, myself included. So I'm telling you this because I've noticed this. Done research on this and discoveries, and this is the information that I've acquired that I'm passing on to you all in order for you to be able to be successful in your own right. Okay. So here's the premise of this all. There's certain ways that you might operate that you may think is the best way to operate. There's certain things that you may lack or you may find scary. We must start to challenge everything that's being given to us. Like right now, if I challenge your paradigm, you should be open to knowing that you could potentially be wrong. Why is that? Why is that right? Like think about that. If you know that you could be wrong, why is that a good thing? Put it in the chat. I want to know. See, sometimes we have relationships with people and we have this mindset where we just react to everything that they do. Like your significant other just knows the right way to tweak your buttons or push your buttons or get you to react. In other words, they call it a trigger. And when a trigger is pulled, somebody can get hurt. How many people have you hurt? I want you to think about that. With the way that you react when you thought from that moment you had a growth mindset. You say, you know, I'm not wrong, they're wrong. How many people have you actually hurt? If you called up someone and you did the challenge where you did the forgiveness challenge, you called and got complete with someone, I want you to put a one in the chat if you actually did the challenge. Because I know I've seen some of you like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And you know, it's your choice. You have a fixed mindset in there, and you know, whatever's fixed will stay the same and deteriorate over time. So if you did put a one in the chat, I want you now to tell us, tell yourself really, what was your breakthrough moment from making that call? What was your breakthrough moment from making that call? And as you explore your whole ideology of how you decide to do things, I want you to realize that most of us do things just because we want to become more effective in less time. So sometimes when we react to someone, it's really us being more effective in less time in that way because we just think we know that person already. How many of us know, oh yeah, I already know them. So we just react in a certain way to cut down, to speed up the process from us going through all of this back and forth just to say whatever we want to say because we kind of group them in this thought of I know what you're going to do, I know what you're going to say, I know you. But I want us to flip the script. Imagine you're on the other end of that where you are getting upset because your family, your friends aren't taking time to get to know the new you. See, you want everyone to know you and understand the new version of you, but are you taking time to get to know the new version of that person instead of judging or fixating on the way they used to be or the way they was? Okay? I want you to think about this.